Hello everybody, and welcome back to Jack's Aquatics. Are you wondering how you can have a beautiful planted setup like this one? Well, you clicked on the right video, because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. My number one aquarium plant is Vallisneria. That's all this grass-looking plant. They're very easy to grow. They grow by sending out runners. So this is what the plant looks like up close. You can see it's sending off a runner there. This is the main plant, and then it's sent off runners, making that plant and then another plant. I got all this Vallisneria. I got 5 plants. It cost me $5. Somebody was selling it off Marketplace. And so I got 5 plants. I now have all these plants plus all these plants, and they're all Vallisneria. You can see all the little runners coming off. This is also a very good plant because not only is it very easy to propagate, but also it filters the water very well. It doesn't need a very special substrate. Honestly, it should do fine in like just regular sand, but I'd recommend having sand capped with soil or having like aqua soil. That's going to be much more expensive, so I just have a layer of sand and then soil underneath. I have a video about that, how to do that. And then yeah, you can also sell this plant for quite a bit. Like, it spreads insanely fast. I have it in my fry tank here. This fry tank's just a bin with a heater, filter, and then plants, lots of plants. There's another plant here called Java Moss. That's my second plant. All this stuff on the bottom. And then yeah, you can really easily sell this stuff and honestly make quite a bit of money from just selling like trimmings of baby Vallisneria plant. Okay, the second best aquarium plant is all this stuff on the bottom. It kind of looks like algae, but you can see it all back in there. It's called Java Moss. Java Moss is one of the fastest growing plants there is. Again, I just got all mine, a tiny little cupful off Marketplace. It's inexpensive, but then now I have all this, plus there's a bunch more in all my other tanks. But it's super easy to grow. This plant's good because you don't even need a substrate. You don't plant it, you just let it either float. You can tie it to rocks. I super glue mine. I just got this super glue. It's aquarium safe super glue. I actually got it off Temu. I'm gonna have a Temu video reviewing stuff I got. It was $2 for 2 tubes. It's very good. It's 100% aquarium safe. You can glue it to rocks like I've done here, or you can just float it like in the back. It's all just like sitting on the bottom. That's my number 2 aquarium plant. The third best aquarium plant is this plant here. It's called anubias. There's many different types of anubias. There's anubias nana, anubias nana petite. I honestly don't know what type this was. Again, I'm just part of a lot of Facebook aquarium groups. So somebody was selling this plant, I got it. I also have some other plants from that same person in other tanks. But this one, again, doesn't need a substrate. It'll actually die if you plant it in the substrate. You can see its rhizome there. That's where all the leaves come from. That can't be in the substrate. But then the roots go down into the substrate. Just this rhizome can't be in the substrate. You just have to like stick it in between a rock like I have, or again, glue it or tie it with like fishing line. The fourth best plant is this Amazon sword. Now, I haven't really gotten to propagate it. It's kind of takes a while to propagate. So you can see the roots back there. It's a very big plant. That's Vallisneria right there. But you can see all the leaves coming up. It's a very big plant. I got it just from a pet store. I think it was $8 when I got it. It was about that big. Now it takes up the whole back of my 30-gallon. So it's a very big plant now. Again, I haven't really gotten to propagate it, but overall it's a very great plant for filling space. This plant does need a pretty good substrate. Again, I just have the soil with sand. It does well in that, but it does need something more than just regular sand. You could have root tubs in the sand, but I'd recommend the soil and sand. Okay, the fifth plant are any stem plants. I have lots of different types of Rotala. This is my Blue Dream shrimp tank. I have Also comboba in the back. But yeah, rotella plants are very good. You just can trim them, just cut them with a pair of scissors, and then plant the part you cut off back in the substrate. This is aqua soil, but it will work in sand and soil. It just won't really do great in just regular gravel. And overall, I think the best plant is floating plants. We have frogged it. I'm infested with duckweed. You can see in all my tanks, it's duckweed. Once you get duckweed, you'll never run out, but you also can never get rid of it. So it's a very good plant. It's just really annoying to, like, it's super easy to care for, but it's just annoying to get rid of. There's those plants there. I honestly can't really remember the name of those. And then I have tons of water lettuce. Water lettuce is a great plant. It has really long roots going all the way down. This shrimp tank down here, that's all water lettuce and duckweed. And then yeah, I honestly think floating plants are one of the best plants because they don't need anything. You just float them on the surface. They'll work in any tank. One thing I would say though is if there's a hang-on back filter, if it's very strong flow, the floating plants probably won't survive. But like, again, that amount of flow, that's not gonna kill your plants. But I'm talking like if you have a 50-gallon filter, a hang-on back, it's gonna kill your floating plants. Most of my tanks are sponge filters. But I also have another video on the best types of filters, so make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps me a lot. If you also have any other beginner aquarium plants that you'd suggest. Oh, okay, hold on. Here's one more plant. It's called hornwort. It's a floating plant. It literally just floats in the water column. That's it there. This plant all the way through here. That's a great plant. But if you have any other plant suggestions that are some beginner plants, make sure you leave them in the comments. Thanks, and see you next time.